For months, the primary fear was that dangerous AI chatbots would operate in an unregulated vacuum, posing as therapists with no one to answer for. But when state lawmakers finally moved to act this week, the nature of that danger shifted. The risk is that a clumsy law can outlaw the people trying to build responsibly, while leaving the predatory imposters a clear path to route around the rules. To actually stop these machines, the law has to target the fraudulent behavior, the act of pretending to be a doctor, rather than outlying the technology itself. On June 22nd, Rhode Island Senator Lori Urso and Representative Tina Spears looked at a problem no one in Washington would touch and moved to make it unlawful for a machine to offer therapy in the state. But look at the phrasing in Section 3C of the statute. It defines therapeutic communication so broadly that it bans an AI from saying a single supportive word, even an expression of empathy or reassurance. This complicates the therapist in the loop, where a licensed doctor supervises every AI draft. Under this language, that assisted care is illegal. The unsupervised chatbot is caught in the same net as the supervised tool. Consent and oversight do not save it. By aiming at the bot in the stolen white coat, Rhode Island hit a nurse taking vitals beside it. They used a net where they needed a scalpel. Pennsylvania met the same imposters, but reached for a different tool. Governor Josh Shapiro and Secretary of State Al Schmidt didn't write a sweeping new statute. They turned an existing medical rule on the machines. Their task force is charging these bots with unlicensed practice. Because a chatbot does not hold a license, it is illegal for it to present itself as a healthcare professional. This framework targets the claim rather than the code. A machine that says, "I am a licensed therapist," is a violation. A machine that helps a licensed therapist and never pretends to be one is left untouched. The difference is precision. The imposter committing fraud is caught, while the digital assistant helping a doctor is spared. This distinction is exactly what the medical community is asking for. Dr. C. Vale Wright at the American Psychological Association specializes in determining where care actually begins. Her data shows why this is a pressing issue. A survey of the association's members found that more than a third of psychologists are already seeing clients bring chatbots into the clinical room. Her standard matches the Pennsylvania model. A chatbot dressed as a counselor is a dangerous fake, but a tool with clinical oversight that refuses to diagnose is a responsible part of practice. The association took that clinical test to the Federal Trade Commission, asking the agency to investigate the products that pose as therapists while leaving the supervised tools alone. It is a medical profession inviting a regulator with a scalpel, pointing exactly where to cut. When we bring these three cases together, we see the different paths states are taking to answer for the machine. Rhode Island provided the nerve, Pennsylvania provided the aim, and the APA provided the restraint. If lawmakers follow Rhode Island's current draft, they risk driving out the honest developers who are actually trying to keep a human in the loop. Driving out the rule followers leaves the field open for the predatory companies. Like a barrier dissolving, a ban on the good tools allows the bots who never cared about the law to flood in. A law that bans the honest developer can leave a field more dangerous than one with no rules at all. As we enter this phase of AI regulation, we must demand the scalpel, not the net. Rhode Island still has the opportunity to fix Section 3C. By editing the text to permit tools that assist a licensed human, they can become the champion they set out to be. We must ensure our laws target the imposters while protecting the clinical tools that keep a human professional at the center of the care.